two people are together for a long time, things seem to change. It's been said that nothing good lasts forever, but this love is better every day. We get all excited and
welcome back, or welcome to my channel. My name's Onisha, and today we're going to be doing a suggestion video on the top 10 on Netflix and Hulu. So these are going to be the shows, not movies. And so we're just going to get right into it because I don't want it to be really long, because this is actually my second time filming this. I don't know what happened the first time. We just kind of deleted the whole thing. Never seen that before. So for the first one, we're going to just have Arrow, or known as Green Arrow. It's actually a group of them, so it's like a whole bunch of them. I don't know if bunch, I should say bunch, but there is like a whole group of them. Next is The Flash, which it does have new, Arrow and Flash both have new episodes, well, new season on Netflix. And I have just finished The Flash, and if you have never watched The Flash, you definitely need to get on that. If you have watched The Flash but have not watched the newest season, you definitely need to get on that. I have just finished the whole season in 2 days. A day and a half, really. I had to go to work yesterday, so a day and a half. And then the next one is Lucifer, basically the devil on earth, dressed as a real man. You would never know he was a devil unless he showed you his devil face. The next one is Riverdale. I know a lot of people actually watch this, and it also has new episodes on Netflix. Personally, myself, I do not watch Riverdale. I just can't get into it, but it actually is really good. Just, I can't sit down by myself and watch it. The next one is The Blacklist. It's about an ex-FBI agent who actually becomes the most wanted fugitive, who ends up turning himself in only by one need to take down like all of the organizations. But he will only do that with a woman named Elizabeth. He won't work with anybody else. So basically, to take down all of these places, they have to give him Elizabeth. And then the next one is Imposters, and my brother actually had all of us in the house watching this. I didn't think it was going to be good. I was just flipping through it, and I was like, I don't think I'll watch that. But then my brother started watching it, and then we all started watching it. But it's really about a beautiful con artist who moves to kind of a small town to she says to get away from a love thing, but it's just to move. She always has to move, like she's a con artist, so you have to keep moving. The next one is Criminal Minds, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know Criminal Minds. Like, it's not a show you can pass up. It's a really good detective show. Like, they catch the worst of the worst. They will always find you. Like, there is no running from them. You can run, but you can't hide. I should say that. The next one is Supernatural. I bet you have heard of Supernatural also. Supernatural is actually really good. It's about two siblings, actually two brothers, who chase demons. Now, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, because on the last video I actually did give a bunch of spoilers, so I won't do that this time. And then our next one is Scandal. Scandal has blown up the TV world. Even with kind of how old it is. It's not old, but it's old, if you know what I mean. But it's basically about a young black woman. She's really smart, but makes some dumb choices. She sleeps with the president. The president of the United States. That's some real tea, girl. The next one is All American. I didn't like this one either until my brother started watching it. Basically, like, it's about a guy who lives in the ghetto, who comes to stay with his rich coach at this new school, because that's the only way he can, like, better his career, so he would be able to support his family and when the time needs, when his mom won't be able to do that. You know, he does have a younger sibling, so he wants to show him an example that you don't have to, because he was a bad kid at once, and so he just wants to show his brother, you know, you don't have to be like that. So he does end up moving to the rich side, Beverly Hills they call it, but he moves to the rich side and makes a better life for himself. Meets a beautiful girl though. Gotta give you that one. Spoiler alert. So that's it for Netflix. We're just gonna move right on to Hulu. So the next one is Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like, I don't know nobody that has not watched at least one episode of that. It is one of the best reality TV shows. Like, that's where you're gonna get all your drama from. I can't even lie to you. Like, it has so much drama and behind the scenes. It's like, it just makes you want to watch it. Like, even if you don't want to watch it, you do want to watch it. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. The next one is Elementary, and this is my favorite, which I do have like 2-3 top favorites on this list, but Elementary. Sherlock Holmes and John Watson. Everybody knows they're like best detectives, and this version is so good, so real, so not what you would have thought of, and that's what makes it so good. Like, you just want to keep watching it, and they actually don't make any more seasons. I believe there's 8, so that's something you can binge watch during the summertime. Really good, multiple seasons, so you won't run out quick. Like, some of the Netflix ones have like 1-2 seasons, and I'll be looking for 7, 13, 20. I'm looking for the long season ones, because I would just sit there and watch them, and I know that's sad, but I can finish a season really early. But that's just me. And then the next one is Grey's Anatomy, and I know you've had to heard about Grey's Anatomy. Even though you haven't watched it, I know you've heard about it. You cannot watch TV and not hear about Grey's Anatomy. One of the best medical shows you're probably gonna ever come across. It has so many seasons, so get your popcorn and whatever drink you want and binge watch, sis. Like, binge watch, just binge watch, because it's so good. And then the next one, I've only watched it a few times, but it's called Amazing Race. I actually saw it for the first time on TV. So what they do is like race these obstacle courses, and whoever does it the best, you win a bunch of money. Like, who could pass that up? The next one is Paradise Hotel. Paradise Hotel. It's basically a group of girls and then a group of guys get basically thrown on this island. Basically, you have to find your match and you get paid for it. Who does not want to find true love and get paid for it? Like, it's probably one of the best combinations you can have. The next one is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which that is my second favorite on this list. Like, could never pass it up. It's also one of the detective shows, but it's so laid back and so true at the same time. It's, I don't know, I just cannot stop watching it. Like, I'm kind of truthfully addicted. Hate to admit that on camera, but that's the truth. And then the next one is Law and Order Special Victims Unit, which, if you've watched it, you know it looks and feels like real life. Like, you can learn so much from this, especially with victims that want to come forward. Like, there are people in this world that really care about you and really want to help you, and then there are others that you can also see that deserve to be in prison. Like, never feel bad about coming forward about something that happened to you, because you help others come forward when you come forward, if that makes sense. So be brave, and so will others. The next one is 90 Day Fiance, which I first seen it on TLC. My mom made me watch it. I hated it at first. It was just so much drama, and all they did was fight, and their families would talk bad about them, and the significant other would do nothing. And I'm like, well, don't you love them? Like, I don't care who you are. If I love this person, you're not gonna talk bad about them. And so it just shocked me when they just let them talk bad about them. I'm like, no, like, if this was me, we would be throwing up deuces right now. Like, come with it. But the next one is Good Girls. This would probably shock you because of the name, but this is actually a group of moms or women who actually like rob banks and stuff. So definitely, it's like good girl daytime, bad woman nighttime, you know, that little saying. I'm not gonna get into it, but if you know, you know. And then the next one is The Bachelorette, which my really good friend always watches The Bachelorette. Like, she's not leaving, going nowhere if The Bachelorette is on. Don't even ask. And me, I can't seem to get into it, but since it was like a really top hit, I was like, I might as well just put this on here. You know, it does not hurt. So I did that. It's on the list. I made it on the list. Which it does. All of these on like Hulu have a good amount of seasons on them. Otherwise, like Netflix, like I said, it has like a few seasons, which is fine. But I am the type of person that wants multiple seasons. I do binge watch a lot. Like, I have a stash of popcorn. Sad, yes, I know, but well worth it. Well, that does conclude my list. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and like this video. Comment down below for anything that you guys would like to see or anything else. Thank you for watching. Bye.